Your salary isn't the reason you're stressed about money. Your habits are, and they're working perfectly against you. You don't notice them, you defend them, you call them normal. But those habits are quietly deciding your financial future, whether you agree with it or not. And here's the scary part. Most of this happens without conscious choice. That's not bad luck. That's not inflation. That's your routine. Here's the uncomfortable truth most people avoid. Your money problems are mostly self-created, repeated daily through habits you barely notice. If your income doubled tomorrow, the stress would come back, just with bigger numbers. And that should scare you because it means the problem isn't outside you. It's embedded in how you live. So let me ask you something that actually matters. Why do two people with the same income end up in completely different financial positions? One builds savings, investments, and calm. The other lives paycheck to paycheck, anxious and behind. It's not intelligence, it's not education, and it's not luck. It's habits. Quiet, boring, daily habits that matter more than any big financial decision you'll ever make. If you want psychology-based content that explains why money feels so hard, not fake motivation or surface-level tips, like this video and subscribe. This channel exists to expose the mental patterns behind money problems, not decorate them. Here's how habits actually work. Your brain is built to conserve energy. It hates effort. It doesn't want to think deeply every time you spend, so it creates shortcuts. You wake up, grab your phone, scroll, see something that triggers emotion, and you spend. Not because you need it, but because your brain learned that spending gives fast relief. Over time, you stop deciding. The habit decides for you. When people say, "I don't know where my money goes," that's not a mystery. Their money goes exactly where their habits send it. Daily coffee, food delivery when tired, small online purchases justified as, "It's not that expensive." Each one feels harmless. But behavioral psychology shows that tiny repeated actions compound over time, just like interest. The result is either stability or constant stress. And here is something people don't expect. The people who worry about money the most often save the least because anxiety destroys consistency. Another truth people avoid. Overspending isn't logical, it's emotional. People don't overspend because they're bad at math. They overspend because money is tied to stress, boredom, and reward. After a long day, your brain doesn't want future security. It wants comfort now. And every time spending gives relief, the habit gets stronger. Saving fails for the same reason. People think saving is about discipline. It's not. Discipline burns out. Saving is about identity and systems. If someone believes, "I'm bad with money," their brain will quietly shape habits to prove that belief right. They delay saving. They avoid checking balances. They promise they'll start next month. Not because they don't care, but because awareness feels emotionally uncomfortable. Look at this simple example. Two people earn the same salary. One sets an automatic transfer to savings the day income arrives. The other waits to see what's left at the end of the month. Guess who never saves? Not because they're irresponsible, but because their habit is designed to fail. Willpower fades, systems don't. Habits also decide how far into the future you can think. If your daily routine is reactive, scrolling, spending, avoiding, your brain stays in survival mode. Long-term planning shuts down. Investing feels scary. Learning about money feels overwhelming. So you stay stuck, telling yourself you'll fix it someday. Someday never comes. Habits don't wait for motivation. Here's the part most people resist hearing. Right now, financial knowledge alone won't save you, because habits are sabotaging whatever you already know. You don't delete bad habits. You replace them. If you impulse spend at night, don't promise to stop. That's fantasy. Replace it with a rule. No purchases after a certain hour. If you never save, don't start big. Automate a tiny amount so small it feels almost pointless. The goal isn't the money, it's rewiring your identity. If checking your bank balance gives you anxiety, that's exactly why you must check it daily. Avoidance strengthens fear. Exposure weakens it. 5 minutes of awareness builds control. Control builds confidence. Stop asking, "How can I make more money?" And start asking, "What habit is quietly keeping me poor?" Because income can increase, but habits decide whether it stays. Your financial life isn't destroyed by one big mistake. It's shaped by hundreds of small behaviors you've normalized. Change the habits and results follow. Not instantly, not magically, but permanently. If this made you uncomfortable, that's the point. Share this with someone who keeps blaming the world for their money problems, but never looks at their habits. And tell me in the comments, which habit do you think damages people financially the most? Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.